Bracket Yahawah, Bracket Yahawashi, Bracket Yahawah, Bracket Yahawashi, Bracket Yahawah, Bracket Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach well and rule well, who taught me this truth, peace, and salutation to the Akim, the fellow laborers, the hopeful elect, pushing this truth at risk of their own lives throughout the four corners of the earth. And to the Akwith listening and learning, Shalom. It's your brother Shema from the Pillars of Benjamin camp here in Toronto with another lesson. And through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, the title will come. But I will get right into it. This is an article on the Independent Institute, right? It's a publication, a news publication webpage, right? It came out January 15, 2021, last week. The year of hastening, right? And the title is Venezuela Goes Digital, It Won't Fix the Problem. We'll get right into it. Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro recently announced that the country will be moving toward a fully digital economy. Maduro is going digital. His whole economy. Fully digital economy. Edify, you know? Digital economy refers to, and this is from Wikipedia, digital economy refers to an economy that is based on digital computing technologies, although we increasingly perceive this as conducting business through markets based on the internet and the World Wide Web. The digital economy is also referred to as the internet economy, new economy, or web economy. Increasingly, the digital economy is intertwined with the traditional economy, making a clear delineation harder. It results from billions of everyday online connections among people, businesses, devices, data, and processes. It is based on the interconnectedness of people, organizations, and machines that result from the internet. New economy. Let's look at this. The new economy referred to the ongoing development evolved from the notions of the classical economy as a result not only from the transition from a manufacturing-based economy to a service-based economy, but also meant the new horizons resulted from the constant emerging of new parameters of new technology and innovations. This popular use of the term started from the dot-com bubble in the late 90s, where high growth, low inflation, and high employment of this period led to overly optimistic predictions and many flawed business plans. The new economy. The doing away of fiat currency, paper banknotes, right? Slovakia. A cashless society describes an economic state in which transactions no longer use physical currency, such as banknotes and coins, as the medium. Transactions which would historically have been undertaken with cash are often now undertaken electronically. Europe 2020 is a 10-year strategy proposed by the European Commission on 3rd of March 2010 for advancement of the economy of the EU. It aims at smart, sustainable, inclusive growth with greater coordination of national and European policy. It follows the Lisbon strategy for the period 2000 to 2010. Salaki, I'm just skim reading. Let's go back. Venezuela. Yeah. So the South American nation has struggled in recent years with rampant shortages of staple goods, civil unrest, and hyperinflation. Sound familiar? It's the state of America the Great right now, man. Food shortages, civil unrest, hyperinflation. According to the opposition-controlled National Assembly, consumer prices rose more than 65% in November, placing the interannual inflation rate up over 4,000%. The Maduro regime stopped publishing official data. The Venezuelan bolivar, that's the currency, the name of the currency in Venezuela, has lost 99% of its value. 99% of its value in 3 years, and banknotes are practically useless, right? This is coming to America. Babylon the Great, America the Great, right? This great reset, fueled by this thing, this demic, right? Buying even small staples in cash requires individuals to carry obscene amounts of banknotes in ways reminiscent of historical cases of hyperinflation. Venezuelans have found alternative uses for their paper currency, right? Alternative uses for their paper for their banknotes, from toilet paper, because there's a shortage, to making purses. Toilet paper. You see that? As a result, many people have turned to alternative currencies. According to Maduro, nearly 20% of all commercial transactions in Venezuela take place in US dollars. Some 77% of transactions occur with bolivars via debit cards. Just 3% of transactions take place with banknotes. Maduro places blame for the country's problems on on America, America the Great. They, right, the U.S. government, have a war against our physical currency. We are moving. Maduro's placing blame. Let's get a scripture. Micah 2 verse 1. And it reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Right? This is America the Great, Babylon the Great. The beast system, NATO and the EU. They divide the ruling class elites. They devise iniquity upon their bed, right? And work evil upon their beds. They devise iniquity, right? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Their wickedness, their wickedness, it's in their power. They worship left side. They worship left side spirits, right? They worship the left side. That's the power. That's the power in their hand. The left side. They practice it, right? In divinations, enchantments, witchcraft, spells, and they covet fields. Here's the point: they covet fields. They covet what a next man has. They covet resources. They covet other nations and their land and their landmass, and take them by violence. They take it by violence, and houses, and they take them away, and they take it away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, and then they set up their way of doing things. They squash your heritage. They squash a man and his house, and they set up their way of doing things, their philosophy, their doctrine, their way, their beast system. They set it up, right? Let's go back. America the Great, Babylon the Great. We are moving this year to a more profound digital economy and expansion. I've set the goal of an economy that's 100% digital. While Maduro is correct that the American government isn't particularly fond of his administration, Venezuela's problems are the direct result of his own economic policies and those of his predecessor Hugo Chavez. That's the former leader. As Nobel laureate Milton Friedman famously said, inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon. The Venezuelan government has printed money hand over fist, thus causing their inflation. Right, and the whole planet is doing this right now, man. Printing money hand over fist. Right? Printing banknotes, physical banknotes. Right? Hyperinflation is coming. This whole economy is going to be crashed. This whole world economy is going to be crashed. The problems created by Venezuela's currency problems are further exacerbated by a cornucopia of other patently backward economic policies, from frequent minimum wage increases to price ceilings on all sorts of staple goods. Right? Didn't Sleepy Joe just sign an executive order to increase the minimum wage? Right? It's all by design. You see me? It's no wonder that many Venezuelans have chosen to leave by whatever means they can. Right? Many Venezuelans are leaving however they can, man. Right? But Yeah, the mark of the beast is the microchip. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip, right? And it's coming, man. We can't bang out the scripture enough. We can't bang it out enough. Sound like a broken record, right? But it's prophecy, man. It's a very important prophecy too. You see me? Revelation 13, verse 15, and it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast." The image of the beast. What is the image of the beast? The image of the beast is the philosophy and the way of ancient Rome, right? That's the beast. NATO and the EU. Ancient the image of the beast is the ancient Roman Empire. Their philosophy that the image of the beast should both speak, right? That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? And that's just the way of the image of the beast. The image is a philosophy of ancient Rome, NATO and the EU in modern times, today, right? And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, right? This is a physical mark, man, right? There's no buying and selling. There's no transaction. Nobody, small, great, rich, poor, free and bond, nobody, unless you have this physical mark. It's not a spiritual mark. It's a physical mark, right? It's not Christianity. It's not sleeping with white women. It's not an embargo. It's a physical mark, right? It's not sin, right? It's a physical mark.
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Karagma. A stamp, an imprinted mark. The mark branded upon horses, right? Wicked Esau, Edom, the banking elites, the ruling class elites is looking to brand you, man. This RFID chip is a brand thing, carved, sculpture, graven, work, right? A brand of ownership, man. Right? That's what Esau Edom's trying to do, man. He's trying to brand the whole world. He's trying to mark the whole world with this RFID chip, mark of the beast. But the elect won't take it. The elect is not going to take it. The elect won't be fooled. 2/3 of our people, these heathen nations out here, these other nations out here, enough is going to line up and take this thing, man. Right? To continue on in this beast system. To continue on in the image of the beast. The system. This system that we live in now. Right? Ultimately, the whole world's going to end up going digital. That's the first step. Right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. You're going to have this physical mark, this stamp, this print, right? This brand, the RFID chip, inserted in you, or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here's wisdom, all right? That's his barcode, man, right? His barcodes. Here's wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 right? And yeah, we bang out this scripture, the mark of it's an important prophecy, man. So we bang it out constantly, right? You don't want to hear it? Go on to another channel, as the elder apostles say, man. You don't want to hear it? Go on to another channel, right? But I wanted to touch on that, man. You know what I mean? Because slowly you're gonna start seeing different countries and nations going digital, right? The market beast is coming, man. I pray you're edified. I don't want Rataza. Stay prayed up, pray without ceasing. Kwame Asharala. Wa Abad Babal.